Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. So in today's video, I am going to do something a little bit different. I asked you guys on Instagram a few weeks ago, what is your #1 favorite product you've ever purchased from an influencer, and who was that influencer? So I know there are tons of beauty YouTubers and you guys watch a lot of different people. Some of you guys go and buy things based off of the recommendations. So I was just curious what product just stands out to you as your #1 favorite product that you were influenced to buy. So I didn't include any responses that had me as the answer. If you guys want to see another video where I talk about what you guys responded as your favorite products you've purchased from my recommendation, then just let me know down in the comments below. But I'm really excited about this one. I found some incredible products from incredible YouTubers. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get right into it. All right, first up is primer. And by the way, if you notice that I have like black on my hands, it's because I did that L'Oreal Root Touch-Up Spray and I forgot it was in there and I ran my fingers through my hair. So here we are, off to a great start. But the first product, like I said, is a primer, and this is a Casey Holmes recommendation, and I got this several times when I asked this question on Instagram, and it's the One Heck of a Blot primer. So this one claims to mattify the skin, and it has pore shrink technology. So we will see how this goes. I feel like I tried this before, but I can't remember what I think of it, if I liked it, if I didn't. So we're gonna go ahead and try it again. I actually bought it for this video. And now that my skin is oily again post-pregnancy, I am excited to give this a shot. Comes out kind of like a thicker consistency than I anticipated, but it goes on and it almost looks hydrating. We'll see if it dries down at all. I'm just gonna put it where I tend to get shiny and nowhere else. I'm just gonna do it on one side of my face so we can kind of see if there's a difference on this side of my face. Which, by the way, I'm breaking out because I decided to just be bold and use an SPF with a fragrance in it. And this is why I don't do that, because it really irritates my skin. So now I'm dealing with the consequences of my own actions. I definitely see a difference. This side looks a lot more airbrushed than this side. It almost feels like cooling on the skin, and it's definitely set down to like a tacky finish, which is what I really like because I feel like it grips onto whatever base product you use next. So I'll definitely be trying this out again. My skin feels so smooth. Oh my gosh. Wow. Compared to this side feels so much smoother and it just looks so much more airbrushed. So great recommendation. Right, next up is a BB cream I've been wanting to try anyway, and now I had an excuse to go and buy it. And this is a Taylor Wynn recommendation. I think this is the response I got the most out of any of the other recommendations. And this is the Purito, I hope I'm saying that right, BB cream. It claims to provide a healthy looking glow, flawless coverage, UVA, UVB protection, and it's fragrance free. You guys know how much I love the Misha BB cream, but that does have a fragrance in it, so if that bothers you, this one does not have a fragrance. I got mine in the shade 27 Sand Beige, and I actually cheated and have been trying this. I couldn't resist. I got this a couple of days ago. I've only worn it once or twice, but the first time I put a very small amount into my fingers and just rubbed it all over my face, and I was shocked by the coverage. Very comparable to the Misha BB cream, if not more coverage than that BB cream. So I'm just gonna put some on the back of my hand and apply with a brush. This has such a beautiful finish to it, but like I said, my skin's kind of getting oily again, so by the end of the day I was looking pretty shiny with this. Nothing crazy, nothing like embarrassing where I wouldn't leave the house, but noticeable shine. Just applying this all over with this e.l.f. Complexion Duo brush. And I love this color. It's like warm toned, a little bit darker for me, so when I'm self-tanned it's perfect. But I can make it work because this can be super full coverage, but you can also kind of sheer it out if you only use a little bit. And the shade of concealer that I have for the next recommendation is way too light for me, so it'll all balance out. So I am definitely into this. I like that it has really good coverage. I like that it has SPF in it and that it's fragrance free. If you are a lover of that Misha BB cream, but the fragrance bothers you because it's not the nicest scent, definitely give this a try, especially if you're normal to dry skin. I'm really, really liking it. All right, next up is a Tati recommendation. And this is something that I have tried before. I think this was in a favorite concealers video several years back, but it's the Catrice Liquid Camouflage High Coverage Concealer. A couple of you guys responded to that prompt saying that Tati was the one that turned you on to this, and I can't remember how I heard about it. It might have been her, but Definitely a big fan of this. This is very long wearing, full coverage, but I like this because it's really thin in consistency, but it has really good coverage. Also waterproof for those of you that are still living in places where it is hot as all get out outside, like it is here. It's like 90s every day. So I'm seeing all these people on Instagram posting like fall fashion and fall looks, and the pumpkin cream cold brew is back, and I'm like, I am sweating. I still need a pool. That's where I am mentally. Although I am really excited because, as basic as it sounds, the pumpkin cream cold brew is my favorite Starbucks drink of all time. I don't really crave anything else at Starbucks except for that coffee, and I haven't had it yet. I mean, it's only been out for a few days, but I'm really excited. Definitely as great of a concealer as I remember. It feels super lightweight. It's really liquidy, but it packs a big punch in terms of coverage. And like I said, the main thing with this one is long wearing, 12 hours, waterproof. It's not going anywhere. All right, next up is one that I, again, got several responses saying the same thing, and it is a recommendation from Jessica Braun. And a lot of you guys said that this is something you found through her recommendation, and it's the number 7 Lift and Illuminate finishing powder. You guys know this is the dupe for Charlotte Tilbury's pressed powder, the Airbrush Flawless Finish powder, which I also have and love, but it's $50 something, so I won't be repurchasing that, especially with this on the market. And the reason I have 2 colors is I like to use the shade light underneath my eyes, but I like the shade light medium to set the rest of my face because I don't want to brighten my whole face. And you can see it just sets everything, but my under eyes, even though I do have fine lines, I do have some dry spots, they look flawless. This is truly one of the, no, it's not one of the, it's the best under eye setting powder at the drugstore. And then I'm just using light medium to set everywhere else because that kind of matches my skin rather than trying to brighten it. And I'm just gonna go in with this same brush with the bronzer because I didn't actually get any bronzer responses. So I'm gonna go in with my current favorite, which is the Juvia's Place bronzer, and bronze up, and I'll be right back. All right, next up is a recommendation from Jen Phelps, whose channel I love here on YouTube, and I actually had to go buy this. I didn't have it, so I'm really excited to try it. And is the Almay Healthy Hue Blush. I don't actually see the shade on here, but I will write it down in the description box or link it down below. And this is what the packaging looks like. It's like plastic packaging, but this color looks absolutely beautiful. I'm gonna use this brush by BH Cosmetics to apply it. I was worried about it coming on too strong, but it definitely doesn't. This is the type of formula I really like because it's buildable and you don't go straight from 0 to clown and ruin the rest of your makeup. Wow, this is stunning. It's almost giving like a luminosity to my skin, and I love this color. Look how much more just like healthy and awake and lively my face looks on this side versus this side. I really love this color. I learned a tip from Lisa Eldridge here on YouTube, which if you've been following me a while, you know I'm borderline obsessed with her. She's just the most talented makeup artist on YouTube. But she said the best place to apply your blush is if you look straight ahead and kind of make a line with where the center of your eye is. Go just a little bit outside of that, and that's the best place to apply it. So I'm definitely on board with that strategy. I feel like it's the most flattering place on most people. But I really love this. It's subtle, it's buildable. It just makes your skin look really healthy, almost like an hourglass type of vibe. So really impressed by this, and so glad that you guys told me about it and that Jen Phelps recommended it. All right, next up is an eyeshadow primer. This is another really common response, and it's the Milani eyeshadow primer recommended by Emily Noel here on YouTube, another person that I absolutely love. It's funny how it worked out that a lot of the people you guys recommended are people that I enjoy watching anyway. This primer looks like it has a tiny bit of color. It comes out almost looking a little bit like a concealer, though it does kind of even out the skin tone just the slightest bit. So I'm gonna go ahead and set that, the shade Light, in my number 7 powder. And I love how this just gives a clean base to work off of. And you don't have to go in with concealer. It just gives you a clean slate, and it makes your eyeshadow stay on so much longer. And speaking of eyeshadow, this is a Kathleen Lights recommendation that I got from a lot of you. And it was these e.l.f. bite-size eyeshadows that you guys saw from Kathleen Lights, and I am obsessed with these. You guys already know, but this is my number 1 favorite. This was like a limited edition, I think, this whole mint collection. So this is like a mint green color, unlike all the other ones that have just a white base. I think this is still available on our website, but this is my absolute favorite. It's like a Perfect neutral palette if you cover up this green shade, but it has that fun pop of color in it. I'm just gonna take the transition color all over my crease. So pigmented and easy to blend. These are so amazing. Just like the perfect transition shade. You could just put this all over your lid and in your crease and be out the door. All right, next up, I'm gonna take this darker brown shade and put this all over my lid. It's almost like a tiny bit of a sheen to this brown. It's so, so pretty. And I feel like this is the easiest, most affordable smoky look of all time. Okay, it looks a little bit crazy, but then I just kind of take another blending brush and blend out the sides. And then this really beautiful brightening shade in my inner corners. All right, next up for mascara, we have a recommendation from Andrea Montiano. I hope I'm saying that right. I actually looked up a Q&A of hers to see if she had pronounced her name so I could pronounce it right. But the recommendation you guys shared with me of hers was this CoverGirl Exhibitionist mascara. This is a mascara that I have tried before and I really like it. I feel like if a mascara has this type of wand, I'm gonna love it. The e.l.f. Big Mood mascara, the L'Oreal Lash Paradise mascara. I am all for a super volumizing mascara that packs a big punch. I don't worry too much about like lash separation. I just want as much volume as I can possibly get. Okay, love, love, love this mascara. I've been on like an e.l.f. Big Mood binge ever since I got it. That's all I've been using. So this is a good reminder to pull out some other mascaras and move on because I am loving the way my lashes look with this one. All right, next up is a product I've never tried, and this is a recommendation from Allie Glines here on YouTube. This is called the Clear Brow. So it's a brow kind of setting gel. I've already mostly filled in my brows. I'm just gonna make sure that they don't need any help. So I'm just gonna apply this on top. I didn't get any brow pencil recommendations, so I'm just gonna go straight in with this clear brow gel. Ooh, this is really nice. Obviously I've never used this before, so I don't know how well it holds, but just like first impression, I really like the way that it makes my brows look, and I really like the amount of product it applies. I know a lot of people love that NYX brow glue, but for me, just way too much product comes out. And this feels like really lightweight and thin, but it's doing the job really well. This is such a fun video because it's like the best of the best stuff. So it's nice to hear what products you went and bought that you're like, thank goodness I have this, I absolutely love it. So I feel like I'm getting the best of the best from YouTube right now. All right, last but not least is a lip gloss, and I'm gonna go ahead and apply this lip liner before I go in with the gloss. And this is the NYX lip liner in the shade Peekaboo Neutral. I love this color. All right, and then the lip gloss is a recommendation from Stephanie Marie, and it is the Maybelline Lifter Gloss. This is such a high-end feeling, looking, performing product. I'm not surprised that it is a favorite from you guys. Let's end this with a bang. Ugh, such a pretty color too. I didn't have the exact colors that she had, but I have this one in the shade Silk. I really love it. I feel like it goes super well with this blush color. All right, and that is everything. These were some amazing recommendations. I feel like the products that I'm gonna take downstairs with me to start using every day that I'm obsessed with are this primer, this One Heck of a Blot primer. I'll see how it holds up throughout the day, but first impression wise, this actually made a huge difference. This BB cream, 10 out of 10. This clear brow gel, absolutely love it. And this mascara, pretty much everything, but those are the four that I feel like I'm gonna start using again every day because I just re-fell in love with this mascara and then those other three products I had never tried before. So thank you guys so much for watching. Give it a thumbs up if you enjoyed it, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye.